One area just to ask again, Mr. Chairman, then we'll pass on to the other member. In terms of the concept of, I think National Geographic has a huge program on geotourism where they look at the ABCs, your abiotic, biotic, and cultural offerings at the community level. Is that something that TTL has looked at? I saw in the documentation you've had some work with National Geographic in terms of, I think, the Travelers program that they have. But taking into the fact that geotourism has both a sustainable impact opportunity where you can manage where people go without destroying one beach, you can spread them across the island. But the fact is that, you know, you can look at that asset in terms of, in Mayaro, in Kernaham, we have a mango orchard which you can't find anywhere else on the island. How do we get that as part of a biotic product in terms of having something for the experience? Has geotourism been part of your mandate in terms of the ABCs of tourism to get our domestic part of the tourism going to start moving people, moving cash, you know, into communities on weekends, you know, holidays? Is that something that you're looking at this time?
Director Paray, we are looking at it, and I appreciate the comments that you've raised about Mayaro. Everything that you said, I know, I'm aware of. And I agree with you. I totally agree with you. That comes down to an issue of resources. Yeah. It's not that it isn't policy, because if you read the National Tourism Policy document, it clearly outlines the 5 regions for which we are going to focus on development. And Mayaro is one of those 5 regions. So I think what, and as a PS said, we've been slow in terms of getting the funding up and running. I don't think it's for lack of ideas, because I think we know what Mayaro is. I mean, it is a destination of one of a kind in terms of the spread and the abundance of experiences you could get in Mayaro. So I think that is really where we probably need help in terms of saying we need to put more funding to ensure that these things happen. And we will speak to that in terms of the economic benefits and the measurements, because that's one of the things we're looking at going forward. If we have targeted to get 500,000 visitors to Trinidad by 2025. And we're saying in order to achieve that, this is the funding levels we need to achieve that. But that also takes into account that we put in place all of the other infrastructure things, because that's what we're selling. We're selling this experience, right? And we're hopeful that that would happen, that we could make a sound case, a business case, that the funding will be forthcoming, because we really want to see the tourism spread throughout the island. That's where the real benefits take place, right? So we totally support your view, and we welcome any support you can give us in terms of getting additional funding.
Absolutely.